Hey everybody, this is Millennial. This is a podcast with three millennials. Myself, Sunny. Kendrew's over there somewhere. Say hi, Kendrew.
Hello.
And Greg.
Hello.
Hello. So, what's going on?
What are we? Are we like middle of the pack for millennials, or are we?
Yeah, I think we're like the middle of the pack.
Yeah,
It's
because
like,
millennials like early 80s, mid 80s.
81 to 96.
Yeah, we haven't even looked up like what's the year for millennials.
Yeah, maybe we should do a topic where like
Here, let's go look at Wikipedia.
81 to 96.
Let's go.
So we're like.
Let's go. Yeah, 81 to 96. Yeah, we're definitely in the middle of the pack. Like, yeah. Because my brother's like up there on the later gens.
Yeah, he's the older millennial, right? He's still millennial, or
yeah, it's like right on the edge.
Is that your oldest brother or your
My middle brother.
second?
Yeah, I'm like way younger than my other siblings. Like generation gaps. But no, I think most millennials like pretty similar. But I do think the older millennials tend to kind of be a little Gen X-y, like a little old school thinking.
A little more traditional.
Yeah, a little more traditional, like little conservative. But like, I wonder how many millennials are like left wing and right wing. Let's see if we can find political views. Oh wait, let me share my screen on Discord, so at least you can see that. See dot. Okay.
Yep.
Let me just see this Twitch, if anybody's on. Let's see. Millennial leaders, democracy. Millennials are the most disillusioned. What's that?
No, I'm just reading the description. Research is also
No. Most disillusioned generation. Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah.
We watched our parents as they became successful from very little, and then like, it's funny because it's like we technically should like the boomers and the Gen Xers is like, it's like yeah, we're gonna work hard so that our kids can have a good life, and then we come out, and then they're like, oh, you're having a hard time? Well, too bad.
Yeah, that's your fault, not like the
It's like,
decades long we spent fucking up the system.
Wait a minute. Didn't you want a good life for us? So, and now that we're asking for it too, like, you guys don't want to get.
So there's my issue, kind of, where like the with conservatives, like, and a lot of people talk about personal responsibility. It's like a slogan, really. It's like, I believe in personal responsibility, but like, you also have to hold accountable the people who create conditions to, like, that are accountable for creating certain conditions, right?
Yeah. Oh wait, I'm not even displaying any of this stuff. Oh yeah, I should also start describing what's going on, because I think we're gonna try to use Red Circle. It's a platform that lets you oh crap, basically upload. Where is this? Lock. No, automatically hide. Oh, what the heck? Anyways, whatever. It lets you upload your podcast, and then it distributes it everywhere for you. or
Oh.
not distributor. They host your podcast, and then they find advertisers for you depending on your demographic and like what your podcast is about.
That's
So yeah, so we could talk about it later. But my brother is trying it, and it sounds pretty good. And they let you like own your own podcast. They don't actually own it. They're just helping you distribute, and you don't pay anything, and they take a cut of the ads that they get you.
sweet. Yeah.
So they only get
or like
Yeah.
the
Yeah, so they only get paid if they get you ads, and then we can like sign off on ads. So we're not promoting like like
Sponsor us.
like random. We start promoting Alex Jones Infowars merch. But yeah,
See,
yeah.
we should do an episode where we just talk shit about those people, because I'm like thinking too, is like I'd rather do like if you could choose between Alex Jones or Ben Shapiro, I would choose Alex Jones just because like less people take him seriously. So
Ben Shabino. Yeah, no, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the more I watch Hassan, the more I'm like, I see it now. I see like how entertaining Alex Jones can be if you're just like, oh, he's just like a goof. He's just
He's
like
a meme.
playing. He's like Stephen Colbert
a
on
character.
steroids.
yeah,
He's
exactly.
trolling.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
hardcore trolling.
But then you hear him talk about serious things, and it's like, oh no, this is him. Just like he turns it way up. Like it's
Yeah.
still like most of it is actually what he believes. It's just he exaggerates it.
Oh boy. But yeah. Anywho, what else is going on, guys?
When's Cyberpunk out? Right? It's out soon.
Couple
Uh,
days.
Yeah.
Couple
So
days.
you guys are.
I think so. I'm gonna wait for the reviews, but yeah.
December 10th. 5 more days.
Yeah, I saw a thing somebody saying that it's gonna have like double the size map of GTA 5, which it's sort of like, I don't know. I think it's sort of like, that's great and all, but like if it's just a map, it's just a big map, then who cares really? Like, I like
Yeah, I
the
agree.
idea of like going into like random buildings and then stuff's happening, and like you can actually like things are happening within a certain space instead of just like running and
Instead of,
driving.
Yeah. Instead of like point A to point B to point C, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Let's hope it's a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of hype around it, so.
Yeah. I'm not gonna get into this too much, but I am very conflicted about buying a game that has problematic employee practices
True.
towards artists. But that's like
every
I know that's like everything. As an artist, I'm like, oh man, I feel so guilty buying this because what if, yeah,
you must seize the means of production, son.
I don't know what you're talking about. Can we get like, we're gonna get flagged if I play the USSR anthem.
Oh no. I mean, you won't get fucked.
Why are you holding that hammer and sickle?
Yeah. Why did you get the AOC's new "Eat the Rich"? Oh, is it "Tax the Rich" shirt?
Tax the
sell?
rich shirt.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. She's selling merch.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I mean, to fund her campaign and stuff. Yeah. And it was actually, well, Hassan watched it already, but it was like Fox News reacting to it because the whole those R words at Fox News are like, oh, clearly she doesn't believe in socialism then because she is selling something.
Oh
Like
god.
that's the length of their argument. That's the extent of their
God.
argument. Oh, she's selling something, so clearly she doesn't believe what she preaches.
Oh, you took
She's
the
the
bus and
business.
you used money to pay to get on the bus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what they're going after her for too. They're like, oh, she spent $30,000 on buses, and it's like that's her entire campaign. Like it's people who work for her too, And like during a pandemic, yeah, no, they're complaining because like it was like something like 30,000 spent on Uber
Yeah.
and stuff. But it's like, yeah,
Yo, that's a sick poster. Whoever the artist is on these posters is awesome.
it's almost like they don't even know what her worldview is, and they're just making shit up. Almost, isn't it?
Almost.
That's what it seems like.
They know. These
Oh,
political
I'm just
pundits.
joking. Obviously, no, they're
No, I
not.
know,
They're not
I know, I
stupid.
know.
They're gaslighting. Like they do it on purpose. But
No, but I'm speaking to like people who actually think that these people
yeah,
believe these things, right?
true.
Like guys, just look up
Being
Koch,
duped.
Koch brothers, look up Citizens United, look up the amount of money that goes into politics now in the US. It's bonkers. It is absolutely bonkers. Which is so crazy because like I think in Canada we're gonna end in Ontario and maybe just Ontario. I'm not sure. I have to look more into this, but they're gonna end subsidies to political parties in 2022. So I mean I have to look at the repercussions of this because like I think it can be good. I think elections should be publicly funded, but political parties, it does become that sort of thing where it's like, you know, how much money do you need as a political party to properly represent people, right? So like,
Yeah.
you know, as the NDP party, you know, we don't get a lot of money, so, and we're the ones fighting for the poor people, so it's like,
Yeah.
what happens if, you know, because you get like 75% of your money back of whatever you donate, which is how it's subsidied right now.
Okay.
But it's like, you know, if people don't get their money back, are they gonna donate? And then it's like, what do we do? Because the conservatives, oh man, their average like donations are like in the hundreds. Ours is in like, I don't know, the 50s or something, or not even. I think it's like 20 or something. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways. We should sell merch. We should sell AOC merch.
Yeah.
I think there is like NDP merch. No?
Oh yeah, for sure.
NDP merch.
It's gotta be.
It's funny how we're like getting ideas from the Democrats in this.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's the new way of promotion, though. Like it's such a millennial thing to do.
Yeah.
Selling merch.
Well, we did at least in downtown Toronto in our riding, it's Spadina Fort York, we were selling masks.
Yeah.
Which yours truly designed.
Nice.
No
Oh,
biggie.
sweet.
No big. No.
Yeah,
No, I mean I had a lot of input from everybody else. So they're like,
Yeah,
yeah, to a little to the left, a little to the right.
You have like an image or anything?
Yeah. Let me try and find. Yeah, because our MPP Chris Glover was wearing it, and then if you donated more than $30 to the riding, you got a mask, and we made it like provincial, so it's like it's not like riding specific, but it has the Trillium logo on it, so it's like more of a provincial mask. Let me see of him wearing it. Why is it so hard to find? Well, here's one of me wearing one. Right over here on the left. Let me get closer. Close up picture. Man, this guy takes so many pictures.
Oh, there, I just fixed my mic. I didn't realize it wasn't set up right.
Sounds good.
Look at all these socialists. I'm just kidding.
Well, this isn't even. This is the volunteer program for the community care and food program where we um, feed the homeless and seniors and people who are vulnerable. So like, this is not funded and organized by the NDP party or our riding association. This is like a separate entity. We just help out with this program, like with like organization efforts and stuff like that. And there just happen to be socialists there. Man, how come I can't find this mask? So unorganized. Anyways, you guys talk about something else. While I find this stuff.
All right.
What do you got, Greg?
What do you got?
You got nothing.
All right, good. Let's see, Kendra. Let's see what you got. Your turn.
Elon's moving out of California.
Wait,
Is he really?
isn't
Is he going? Let me guess where he's going. Is he going?
Yeah,
is he
yeah.
going to Texas?
Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess.
that-
You won't.
He's
going to
You
moving
won't.
in with
Texas?
Joe Rogan. What?
Yeah.
They're gonna live together. These are getting married. What?
Yes. He's going to Texas. He's going to Texas.
No, for real.
I
He's
swear-
going to Texas.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's what
it
I,
is.
that was the rumor. I think that was
I'll
the
put
rumor.
$10. He's going to Texas.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Well, no, Texas, sure, but I just don't know if it's like official yet. But
Oh, okay. Where'd you hear it?
The Verge. Oh yeah, right there.
The Verge. Do you have a link you can send me?
Yeah, just sent it.
Where's my? What the heck is with my taskbar? I hit it
Oh.
and then.
Great, we can just start the hopium talk. What do you
Sure.
plan to do once
Hopium.
we
What do you
are?
Oh, hopium.
Oh,
Yeah,
hopium. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Hopium.
2021 hopium year.
Hopium.
It's probably 2022,
Um,
right?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think about the
For
vaccine
us?
rollout? Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be 2022.
Yeah.
Do you have like a list, or have you given it thought, or
No, not
No?
at all.
like
You?
like the meme that Can put was like very very relatable, eh?
Yeah.
One where it's like, this is quarantine. This is just my normal life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't have like anything big. It's just like, I guess it's just traveling, right? Like that's pretty much everything.
Yeah. And I'm not really planning anything until, I don't know, until vaccines and stuff are all rolled out and we
Until,
know
like-
which places there's no like outbreaks and stuff, like
Yeah.
serious outbreaks again.
Like people think it's just like vaccine and then we're good to go, but this is gonna
Yeah.
take a while.
Yeah, I think.
There's so much to it. Like, people just want to think of it as simply as possible because, like,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are in denial or partial denial of just even being in the pandemic still.
Yeah. Like they just think it's like red light and then green light, but no,
Yeah.
man, it's gonna be yellow light for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I think I forgot. I think I saw somebody saying that the Ontario health minister or health officer was saying that people who choose not to get vaccinated will be restricted to will be required to have masks. So,
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna go over well, huh?
oh, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so freaking good. Speaking of masks, I found the mask.
Oh, nice.
So this is Chris wearing the mask. It's actually like a really comfortable mask.
Is it cloth or
Yeah, it's
what?
cloth.
Yeah, cloth.
Yeah, it's just cloth. So of course these are not medical masks, medical grade mask protection, but there it is. You can wash it and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's cool. But yeah,
Revenge.
yeah, I think it's gonna be a while. But they're like ordering so many vaccines. Like Canada has like I think the most vaccines per person in the entire world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't they
'cause
order
they're
like
hedging.
10 per person?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Well,
they
said they're donating it, right? If it whichever one's extra.
I totally assume that because that's crazy if we like just held on to it. Like that's
Yeah.
bananas. But yeah, like that would be good if we just like gave it up. And then we get some good press.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the Ontario doctor is saying if you refuse to get the COVID-19 vaccine, you may face restrictions. But the vaccine will not be mandatory.
We'll have to like wear armbands or something to prove.
Well,
Yeah.
so if the vaccine isn't mandatory, then that means the people who have to wear masks after will have like willingly chosen that that's what they want to do by not getting the vaccine.
Yeah, like, but I don't know, like, what's the effect on the public is gonna be weird, right? Like, if you have a vaccine and don't, like, yeah, are we gonna wear like armbands or like carry cards
Nah,
around?
man. It's gonna be a digital tattoo. It's gonna be an RFID chip, man.
I think you've been watching too much Cyberpunk 2077 trailers and YouTube videos.
No, man. It's gonna be like something on our license or whatever. Just watch.
Well, that's the thing that's kind of stupid that at least on Ontario healthcare system is like they digitized it, right? A couple of years ago, yeah, to make all the records digital. But what's weird is like if you ever go to like a walk-in clinic, you'll still sometimes get shit from your physician because they're like, oh, well, we have all your we have everything. Like, you should just go to your normal family doctor. They'll usually complain when you go to or mine does.
Yeah.
Instead of going to them, and it's like, well, if it's all digital, then it shouldn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm considering switching family doctors, and I'm like, do I have to go back and like get all those papers? Because they started making you pay to get those papers, right?
I think you have to pay to transfer.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
hey man, capitalism.
No, man. Well, yes, yeah, I guess so. But yeah, like they were just like they're just doing so much. I can't believe when universal healthcare started, like how many years ago, it was the feds paid like 50% of the budgets to the provinces. Like that's crazy because now it's like 20.
Is it now?
It's 20? Like 28% or something. It's like crazy.
Jeez.
Federal healthcare budget. What do you call it? English. Federal healthcare
subsidy.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah. Subsidy to provinces.
Like, what do you think the future of healthcare would be? Do you think like how would they use or how would they leverage tech with it? Like you know how we have like telehealth now, but that's just normal. Like it's still like calling someone, right? But if they could use like AR or VR, get your own scan just straight instant, that'd be sick.
Yeah, I mean, I think with stuff like I think so idealistically about this stuff because it's like, you know, those devices that like I think people with like diabetes get this where it's like there's like a pack of insulin and it just like they can already tell how much. Oh, maybe it's not insulin, but it's a device that detects how much blood sugar they have.
Yeah.
And then they can give themselves a certain amount of insulin. But like those devices, that's pretty sick because then you don't have to like, you know, measure it out, prick yourself all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, you just on your phone, you're like, oh, I just ate something, and then now you know how much blood sugar you have, and then you just hit a button and it gives you the amount of insulin you need, like, and then your doctor can see what's going on with you, like maybe every 15 minutes, and then if there's something critical, then it starts to increase the times to like every minute or every second or whatever. So it's just like stuff like that where it's like, it's just stuff that makes sense, where it's like, you know, we can use technology to figure out what's wrong with you, personalize medicine, and then like all that stuff. But like, just on that digitizing health records, like I'm not gonna get too specific, but like I tried to go to my doctor for something. I think it was for checking for certain vaccines that I got when I was a kid, and my first family doctor, I mean, I think this goes to like, I guess the stereotype of doctors just having really terrible writing. But because it got digitized, my current family doctor was looking through it and was like, I can't read which vaccine that is. So I was like, let's just make sure and let's just get you was it the MMR, the measles, mumps one?
Yeah.
So I got re-upped on all my vaccines last year.
How many people die a year just from not being able to read doctors' handwriting is an actual stat.
Oh, is it?
That's terrible. I didn't even think of that, but yeah, I mean, geez.
I knew someone that was in school for pharmacology, and they said they had a class that teaches you how to read doctors' handwriting. I don't know if they were joking, because it's like the meme kind of in like that, like, you know, they're the only ones that have to actually read it, but it's like I could see that being a thing.
Well, yeah, because
to
be a medical a secretary, right, or medical administrator, you need to take a course, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
But like, I mean, the people who like give you your medicine at the pharmacy, like if they can't read the doctor's handwriting,
yeah,
the wrong thing.
That's true. Holy cow.
I wonder how they'll do machine learning for that.
Yeah. Well, it won't matter. We'll replace doctors with machines. So unless they're programming machines how to like write like doctors.
Well, that's why I was reassured, because like I've been going to the doctor more recently, and like they type everything out, which is great. You know, it's like, thank you, so I can read what you actually wrote, or the pharmacist can actually read what you wrote.
You recommend your family doctor, Sonny? Because I need one. I haven't found one.
No comment. I'll tell you later.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to.
We'll post this one.
Yeah, we can edit this out, but the Twitch people can see this uncut. This is real life, uncut.
That's true. This is real life. Forgot we were doing a podcast.
Did you forget?
thought we were just talking to each other as friends.
We are.
That's pretty much totally what. Yeah.
That's okay. There's no one here, so there's literally no one on the Twitch, so it's all good.
Stop talking about China, Greg. Damn it.
We haven't even gotten there yet.
Are we going there already? Should we go there?
We don't even. We can save that for a different day too. We're already like half an hour.
Or we gotta read some essays to get into it.
Yeah.
Sonny, what about you?
Wait, I have a question too about So my parents used to go on like business trips to Taiwan. And my mom had told me once that like, if you want to see like art history and stuff, a lot of that stuff was destroyed in the Cultural Revolution on purpose, and it was taken out to Taiwan by the people who left. Like I don't know the details, but like they started destroying a lot of their history in mainland China on purpose, supposedly, and then a lot of it survived in Taiwan. So I don't know. That's what I was told. Is like, if you want to like see a lot of their historical relics and all shit like that, like you have to go to Taiwan to see most of it. But I don't know if that's true. Is it true? Yeah. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, Kendra probably knows more about this.
Yeah, that's why.
Like you said, it was the Cultural Revolution.
Wasn't sure if it was capitalist propaganda.
No.
The communists destroyed their history. They're bad.
Yeah. Because you know how like they all start with with disciplining the educated, right? So they took all
Yeah.
like the books and stuff, burned it. So it's like Fahrenheit 451, right? I think that's the book.
I still have to watch
Uh,
that
But yeah, it's
and
just you
read it.
just take all like the history books, the education people,
Mm-hmm.
you burn that, and then you can retrain the whole populace, right?
yeah.
So, yeah, I'll stop there.
Yeah, Kenji's already like the algorithm's already recorded him saying that.
I support. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hold
whatever
on,
you wanted to
hold on.
call, say it would just put you on the list again.
You can't go both ways, right?
Okay, just say you like honey.
I'm
You
I'm
like honey,
I
right?
like Switzerland. I like Switzerland, and
Yeah,
I'm Swiss at heart.
I don't know about that.
I like chocolate.
Swiss at heart.
I actually kind of do like the idea of Switzerland, other than like, their shady World War II history, but um, yeah, just the idea of like the countryside and like how, I don't know, it seems fairly like a fairly free place.
Like you're in the middle of the road. You're neutral
Yeah.
to everything.
Yeah.
They're all pretty
You
rich.
don't have to worry about getting invaded every like 100 years.
Did you guys see that video about how Switzerland stayed neutral?
Yeah, that's why I said like the World War II stuff kind of
Yeah,
shady.
yeah.
But like
They did some back dealings, right?
also they didn't end up losing like 300,000 people in like bombing runs and stuff. Like
Yeah. True.
What about you, Sonny? Sonny, what would you like to do when we can go out?
When this is over?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I just honestly just want to hang out with people again and like
it's
like
true.
go to
Yeah.
restaurants and like
I'll
do
play sports, man.
barbecue. Yeah,
I miss playing
like
sports.
escape rooms were fun.
Yeah, indoors, right? Like, whoa, what is
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Hanging
indoor
out
stuff. Indoor stuff with friends is fun. But yeah, no, like I did want to do stuff outside. I think it was mainly just this stuff in the summer, where it's like camping and fishing and going to the cottage and like campfires and stuff. And yeah, man, I was so ready for that this summer, and like, man, so blindsided. But yeah, barbecues. I'm like, man, Greg makes a pretty good smoked meats. Smoking those meats.
yeah.
Have you used your smoker in a while?
No, not in a couple months.
Dang. You want?
Yeah.
We should do a socially distanced smoke run.
Oh.
We won't come inside. We'll just stay in the backyard.
Yeah.
It's so bad because like even then, like even thinking about that stuff makes me so anxious because I feel like like I want to do that stuff too, like oh, maybe let's try this thing, but I'm like, we're so close that it's like,
Yeah.
if we just wait a little bit, but then you're like, I still want to try.
That's true.
Just put it on the list and save it for, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think people are like, it's just been so, I can't believe it's been like, was it like 8 months?
Actually, that reminds me, the people who, well, technically it's been over a year because it's COVID-19 is because 2019, but the lockdown stuff and all the measures.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
Oh, like, so, I was thinking, actually, I probably said this before, but like, I think a lot of the reason we're still in this is because of the hyper-religious people. Like
Oh,
that.
because they don't.
Yeah, well, like, not only like do they just want to like go to church and like do their gatherings and like they think God will take care of them and stuff. It's like it's the same thing with like environmental issues where I think that fundamentally they don't think that humans can control nature
Yeah.
in that way, and it's like, no, actually we can.
Yeah.
It's the idiots like them that are like digging their heels in the ground to make it harder.
Yeah, I never
But
thought
yeah,
of it that way.
That's true, actually.
it's really it really makes you even more disillusioned.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you
Honestly,
think about it, it's like most
because
of Asia.
they're not the majority for sure.
Yeah, like most of Asia is like everything's been really normal.
Yeah.
Like over here, we keep talking about like should we lock down? We're in red or we're in orange or whatever. It's like we don't even need any of that. If everyone just like puts a mask on, cleans their shit,
Maybe everyone
stops
took some
hanging out for a while.
personal
Yeah.
responsibility.
Yeah, it's like we don't even need any of this in March. Like we don't even need to
Yeah.
lock down if we just
Yeah.
did our own duty. But nah, man.
Those people but then those people, they'll do the dumbass argument where it's like, oh, you think we could have gotten rid of the virus? And it's like, no, that's not the point. It's not to like make it so that there's zero infections, right? Like, it'd be to reduce it so that we don't have like an outbreak every month.
Yeah, because like even during the summer it was like, oh nice, we're like getting to like 200, 100, and then it's like back to 200, back to 300, and now it's like 1,000, and we're like, oh
Yeah.
I wonder how this happened. I don't understand.
And then they'll also pretend they don't know what essential services are. Like, oh, I own a leather store. Why isn't that an essential service? And it's like, I
Yeah.
think you know why. They're in denial.
And like
A lot of coping.
that barbecue guy, right?
Oh my god, he doesn't even have a license.
That's crazy. He like totally just did it. Like he didn't even have any of the normal, like, screw COVID. Like he didn't have a business license.
Yeah, even if there's no COVID, what he's doing is illegal. Like,
He's serving food without it being checked at all. Like
yeah.
his like the food prep practices, like, you know, people could be getting sick not even from COVID, but just from like fucking E. coli, because this guy's not getting any of his stuff like checked out.
And then random people online ended up just giving him like $500,000.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh my god. Yeah. See, that's when you know that's when you know you're on the side of rich people, because it's like,
Yeah,
if
the
you're
guy's a
like,
franchise owner. Like, why would you feel bad for him? He can pay for his own shit.
yeah, isn't the parking lot where he's serving his food, isn't that like his dad's parking lot?
I don't know, but he seems super entitled. Like the guy,
Yeah,
like, yeah, it's crazy.
yeah. His dad owns the parking lot that he serves the food in.
That's stupid.
So like he was just like, oh, I'm just gonna do this, and it's just like, dude, that's fine if you want to go do that, but like, you know, do the thing that everybody else has to do, which is like get this shit
But
checked
I don't
out.
want to.
But I'm
No.
I'm self-made, and I'm pulling myself up by my dad's bootstraps.
Yeah.
I mean, my bootstraps.
Yeah.
Your dad's bootstraps.
Oh man. Okay, I'm too stupid to find this percentage of federal funding. But anyways, it's not it was 50%, and now it's not 50%. But anyways, yeah. I just want this to be over, guys. Come on, you know it's. I listen to so many I listen to so many podcasts about like whatever politics and like the news and stuff, and like, man, they just like Canadian news is so funny sometimes, because they just like, especially mainstream news, they will hammer a point, like a news cycle, to oblivion. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like hammering the liberals about when is the vaccine coming? When is the vaccine coming? When is the vaccine? It's like, guys, can you calm the fuck down? Like,
Yeah.
I understand if you want to talk about it for a day, but just like give it another day, like, you know, to keep going. Like, there's other stuff going on too. Like, so annoying. So I understand why people get bored about Canadian politics, because the mainstream media just won't let go of certain things. But then you listen to like Canada Land, and they're like talking about, you know, Thunder Bay again, and like what's going on there, and then like the water, the clean water boil advisories and stuff, and how that's not getting fixed. Like, there are so many other important things that are still going on with or without the pandemic, that, like, you know,
Yeah.
they should be talking about.
A lot of stuff needs to be fixed.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I cranked you down, but I'm gonna put you back up, Kendrew. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and my RTX 3080.
Yeah.
You got notice?
Nope, I went to Canada Computers this morning and I got my money back.
Oh,
Oh.
that's not the
Why?
news you were looking for.
Yeah.
I was so ready to like have an argument with them to be like, for some reason I thought they were just gonna be like, no, it's not refundable, but it makes sense that there's like, yeah, you can have your money back.
Yeah.
Did you ask them, like, do they have like any idea of like when they'll get a shipment?
I didn't even say anything, and the guy was like, were you able to get a 3080 from somewhere else? And I was like, no.
No.
But I do see them online, so it's like, if I see one online, I might just go drive to that excuse me, I might just go drive to that location and like pick it up myself. And then the guy was like, yeah, I highly doubt that that's gonna happen. And I'm like,
Well, they're not gonna get them in stock anyways, so. Like,
yeah. So that's,
how are they gonna fulfill your pre-order if they're not even getting them in stores? Period.
well, the funny thing though is like, I mean, I don't know how it works, but like, I've seen them go in stock in other stores. So
Same.
I don't know how far down the list I am, and like, you know, I get it. I get it that this, you know, that there's a delay and all that, and that there's like little supply and stuff, but like, just the communications by Canada Computers is just terrible. Like, I was looking online too, and like even other stuff, like they're just really terrible at communicating. Like, if you could, yeah, like if you can email me, like they even told me when I back ordered, like, oh, we're gonna email you about what's going on and like call you or whatever. Never got anything from them. I always had to call them, be like, hey, what's going on? And then they're like, oh, this is, you know, we're having, you know, 2 to 4 weeks. That's what they kept saying, is 2 to 4 weeks. And I'm like, okay, it's like 2 months later. You can just tell me you're not gonna get it until next year, because that's what the guy told me in the store. He's like, we're probably not gonna get it until next year. I'm like, cool. Why didn't you tell me that like over the phone, or like just email me? Like, you have $500 of mine, and it's just sitting there like interest free. Like,
Yeah. I feel like that's why they do it. Like, maybe they do it on purpose.
Oh,
like
totally.
A bank, Sonny. Canada
I know.
Computers is like a bank.
It's a bank. No, but and I would almost even just forgive that. But I ordered a router on Black Friday, and that was 2 weeks ago, and they have stock of these routers. Like, they have them. They were selling them for a while. They have online, in stores all over the friggin' province. And it was supposed to be shipped on Monday, and now it's getting shipped next Tuesday. And I finally got the actual tracking info that's saying that it actually got shipped. But it's just like weird. I don't know, maybe it's they're understaffed or something, but like that's probably what it is. But I don't know. It's bad communication.
Yep.
Anyways. Yeah,
Canada
so no
Computers sponsors their podcast now.
not anymore. But no, like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna the Radeon 7 that I have now, it's I think it's stabilized. It crashed once on me in maybe the last couple months, which is really good. But yeah, so it's stabilized quite a bit. So I might just keep it until next year.
Was it a driver thing, or like did you update it or anything, or
Yeah.
it's just working better now?
Yeah, I updated the drivers, the AMD drivers. So they've been working on I can tell they've been working on the drivers, cause like a new driver comes out like every month or so. So
that's good.
yeah, so that's good. But Was it one of you guys that mentioned that the AMD is probably delayed on their graphics cards because they're
Yeah, that's me.
shipping it to they're shipping it to
Yeah,
the Xbox and PS5s,
Xbox and they're
right?
making which makes sense because the launch is it's all at the same time.
All at the same time, yeah.
Yeah, and it's bananas.
But then it's like that's where my criticism is still a lot on the manufacturer, because it's like it's not hindsight if it's a very like obvious thing, right? It's like, oh well, it's how did you that's hindsight 2020, right? It's like no, like they've paid people millions of dollars to research this stuff, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Like,
everything's just
it's partially that's why I think it's partially deliberate, and I blame them for doing it.
Greg holds grudges.
Yeah, personal accountability, right?
Yeah.
Constant accountability here.
Corporate accountability.
Government accountability.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I'm just trying to like. I wish I could just close my eyes. I'm kind of doing that now because I'm like trying to distract myself. I don't know about you guys, but like what you guys are distracting yourself with. But I downloaded Greg with Daisy.
Yeah.
You went on a new server, right?
Yeah, it's way better.
Nice.
Whiskey.
It's set up like the Division, kind of.
How's that?
Like where you go to PvP zones and then everywhere else is PvE. If you want PvP, you go to the PvP zone, but outside of that, it's you can just run around. You can build your base without getting shot. You can do missions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's the E portion? Is it like zombies then?
Z. Wait, did you say E or Z?
Z. Like,
oh,
what's
I said E.
Oh
I was
yeah,
like...
no, I said E. I did say E.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did say.
I heard E.
Yeah, I did say E.
You did. But yeah, so
Like, I
like
meant
the other
the
server we
environment
used to
part.
play on. Yeah. So the other server we used to play on used to like barely spawn zombies and wildlife. But this one, it's like there's missions all over the map that spawn zombies and like bears and wolves and stuff, and like there's just a lot more zombies and stuff to kill.
Nice.
Yeah, there's different types of missions, and you can get vehicles a lot easier, and it's just much better than the other one. Oh, and then there's like in the other server, like sickness and all the survival stuff was turned off, so like you'd have to you could just eat raw meat and not get sick. Like there's no weather, like there's no weather at all. Like it was just sunny all the time.
Oh wow.
And there's like lightning storms and shit like that, which is cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
that
so
sounds
that's
more interesting.
It definitely is. That's why I'm probably not playing on the other one again.
So are the other guys on the new one?
Some of them came over. The other thing too is like the difference between this and the other one is like the other one you could buy all the cool snipers. You just had to like make money
to get them,
making drugs and stuff. But like in this one, you can only find all the good sniper. Like no, you can't buy a single sniper. You have to find out every single one of them.
Oh jeez, that's so much harder.
It actually isn't harder, kind of.
Oh okay.
Because like there's so many missions, but what's cool about it is like it gets you out of your base. Like in the other, it's like, oh, we had a base made, and like you just sit there and like let people run past it and kill, like bring you shit when you kill them. But now it's like, no, you can't build near the PvP zones, so you can't shoot people from a base because you'd be outside of the PvP zone and they'd be in it. So
gotcha.
Definitely changes the playstyle up a bit.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all I've been doing.
Kendra, what have you been playing?
Forza.
Nice.
Playing Forza, yeah.
Nice. So is that more just like more arcadey or like actual like car sim?
Arcadey, I would say. Like I'm not doing full sim because like like you just drift and go 300 kilometers an hour on city streets. Stuff that we can't do in real life, you know?
Yeah, those games in VR, like I can't wait to have VR and play stuff like that.
Oh man, I want it so bad.
Yeah. In a couple months, I'll order one.
Like
which one?
I have to get my PC. I haven't looked into the details of which like the specs are for them, but I kind of like the idea of the Vive the most. I don't really want to support Facebook, so I'm
Exactly.
anti-Oculus.
Yeah.
You know, might be like the best one or the second best one, right? Or like value for what you get, but
Yeah.
fuck Facebook.
Like,
Okay, here, there's not much I hate Facebook. When I want to share someone a link and I see their link that like, you know how they have like the regular link and then at the end they have all this code that's like telling the site that, oh, you were redirected from Facebook, so we get that counts as a view, like a redirect, right?
Uh-huh.
I remove that every single time.
Nice.
Same with Google links too. Like if I get a link to share with someone from a Google result and it's like the whole search result link, I'll delete it and find like the actual link because
Nice.
that's good.
yeah.
True.
It's like
AMP
the
links, right?
it'll have like the
True.
UTM Facebook campaign and like a bunch of code at the end. Just get rid of that and fuck them.
Yeah,
I hate
It's
them
true.
so much.
it's like AMP links, right? I forgot what the bad thing about AMP links are.
I have no idea. I just know that it removes any credit they would get for redirecting people to that page. So, you know, it's the little things.
It's the little things in life. It's the
Yeah.
little ways to screw over, or not screw over, but to not let corporations screw us over.
If enough
Yeah.
people did it, it would screw them over a little bit.
Exactly. That's why you gotta organize.
Yeah. No, it's true.
The AMP link thing is like, so basically it's just a cache on Google servers, so it doesn't even go into the site you're going into.
Okay.
So like the traffic just limits those smaller websites to always use Google and stuff.
Oh wow.
So like what
Yeah.
Sunny just said, where it's like just a corporate takeover,
Yep.
where it has to everything go through the big boys.
Yeah, I mean Google's like basically downloading the internet every day, no?
Pretty much.
They have a snapshot of everything.
It's not tracking us though if we're not logged in.
Yeah, if you use incognito mode, they can't track you. So.
I'm not tracking it right now because I'm not logged in.
Yeah. It's like a force field.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, actually I caved and I got the Game Pass.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
So
Yeah.
cuz I was watching oh, you know what? I should pull this up. I was watching a video on the flight simulator, Microsoft
Yeah.
Flight Simulator, and how they made it. Oh, it's so cool.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys seen this?
No, not yet.
No.
On my note, I started to try this out, but I was like, I'm gonna wait for the new PC. I feel like I would ruin it by like not playing it on like Macs and stuff,
On
and
high, right? Yeah.
with my joystick set up and all that, which I haven't set up yet. But
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. I gave you back the joystick, didn't I?
you might have it, because I have two joysticks, so I don't even know. I just use my other one.
Yeah, because then you gave me the other one, and then I was like, oh, you know what? I'm not gonna use this, so I gave it back to you.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know exactly, but I do want to buy a new one in a few months with a new PC, because they have like awesome metal ones with like rudders and everything. They're like it's like $500, but like with VR, like I feel like you have to. Yeah, it'll be worth it with VR.
I know. I want to so bad, cause like I didn't really like. It's weird how when you play it, you're like, oh, I want a joystick now.
You need it. Yeah, it's weird. I mean, you could play with like an Xbox controller and it would be a lot better than the keyboard, but you need a lot of those extra buttons that joysticks have.
Yeah.
That's the one I want, the Warthog. I think that's the Warthog.
Oh
No,
this isn't.
it might be a different name for it, because they have like the metal switch. See the first one on the left is the one that has
this
the
one. This is the one
G-Tex.
you're talking about.
Oh yeah. Because
that's
see the
sick.
throttle, like you can separate it, so there's two
Yeah.
throttles, stuff like that, and like see the trigger at the bottom where your pinky is on the stick on the right,
Yeah.
in front of it. From a different angle, you can see
Okay.
it. It's
Yeah,
all
that's
that. Right?
funny.
See the stick at the bottom?
Yeah.
That's for your
It's right.
pinky.
It's
Wow.
recommending you a crypto wallet, eh, Sonny?
It
Yeah, I
knows
know.
me.
I already have a crypto wallet. I mean, I don't have a crypto wallet.
Oh, and that's not the real price.
I don't know what you're
That's not-
talking about.
Wait, do you have Honey installed on your browser?
No.
Oh,
What
yeah,
is
you
it?
can get in on that.
Yeah.
Yo,
This
yo,
podcast brought to you by.
give me your referral link.
Yeah.
Well, I
mean,
don't-
we're a podcast now. We gotta, you know.
Well, I use. Oh, okay. No, I was gonna say I use Firefox, but there is a plugin for Firefox. I'm
Yeah.
installing it now.
Man, that's a sick choice. Man, I really hope haptic comes out though. Like before
Oh, yeah.
VR.
Yeah, that
Like,
plus
I'd
the
rather
joystick
get
plus
haptic
VR.
first. Yeah.
But honestly, the only
VR
reason
last.
why I want these joysticks is because of this flip switch thing. You know
Yeah,
that
so-
little nub
Yeah.
that you like flip and the sound it's so it's so good.
Yeah.
Just to like turn off the brakes and then like turn the engine. I don't know. That'd be so awesome. But
Yeah.
Delumon 1, Fox 3.
The one I have has like it's not as like fancy, but it's got like the covered switch where you like flip the cover off of it to push it.
yeah. Because I think this is the one that you lent me, right? This is the one?
No. That's the one I have. That's what I use.
Oh, okay.
The
Do
one
you
I
guys-
lent you was like a single one with like all the throttle and everything together.
Do you
Oh,
guys remember Jane's Air Force? That game?
Jane's Air Force. What's that
Yeah.
one?
Too bad they don't make it anymore. That game was so fun.
What was it?
It was basically just like you had to fly fighter jets. Like it's like
Yeah.
what is it? It's like Arma 3. It was like
Well,
made by the US.
Yeah. With
Oh.
like just the jet part of it, which is like
yeah,
what I want is a game like that.
because they don't make these games anymore, right? Are there any like military?
That aren't like a full simulator.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do actually. They do.
Do you know like what's the most recent-
Ace flight something. Just search Ace and
Oh,
think
Ace
that's it.
Combat.
Oh,
Combat.
yo.
Japanese, though.
I totally did play these. I think I
And,
played like the
That was
helicopter
not
ones.
very sim though. That was like
No.
more 80.
Um,
Because Jane's was like more sim.
well, okay, so the
Yeah.
ultimate sim is DCS World
DCS.
is the proper one.
Because I remember playing a helicopter one, and I played a tank one, but I forgot what the name of the tank one was. Oh man,
I just
this is
remember
like,
didn't they used to have them at like arcades and stuff?
oh maybe,
Games like some of these.
yeah.
This DCS thing looks pretty good. Do you
So
have this?
that's like, it's free.
It is free.
But it's like the learning curve for it is like really steep.
Oh,
like-
it's like super
it's like-
sim, right?
Yeah. Like to give you an idea of like it's free because all the cool jets are DLC you buy, and some of them are like the price of an entire game because they
Oh,
use
yeah.
like the real world manuals. They have like all the like everything is like you can watch actually watch them on your own time because they're like pretty long, but pilots reacting to people playing DCS.
Oh, I've seen those
Like
ones. Those are
actual
cool.
Air Force pilots, yeah.
Those are cool. But dude, I didn't realize.
Kind of surprised by it.
I didn't realize Flight Simulator is Microsoft's oldest game property.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, it was like way like 19. I think it's saying here 1982. Like a long. They've been making this game for a long ass time.
You know why else you would want a joystick is for like any of those spaceship games that are coming out in the next few years, like Star Citizen or Elite Dangerous. Like,
Yeah.
that'll
That's
be
true,
awesome for that.
But like now there's like a whole nother thing I have to get into. Cause now I'm
Yeah.
like, what do I
Yeah.
get? What do I
That's true.
get?
I'm like really debating on getting a driving wheel right now.
Yeah, I was just
I was
saying
gonna,
that,
yeah. So that's why I was asking about it, because I was like, when you're playing Forza and stuff, don't you want to get like a driving wheel?
I do actually, but it's like, should I?
man, I hope they get to a point in the next years where they make a game that's like, well, they have like the, was it Need for Speed, where it's like all of America, but like this technology, but like you could have people drive, like players driving cars, but then players also flying planes overhead type of thing.
That'd be sick.
Nice.
Like
Like, all
a
the same
share of the
server.
world, right?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
that's what's crazy about this documentary is like they talk about how it's the entire planet. Like,
Yeah, and then that on top of it. Yeah.
that's
Like, yeah,
so
like,
crazy.
Yeah.
when I get my new computer, like that's why I kind of asked like about it initially. Wasn't for like me to get it, but like it's one of those games where like you can play it on stream while we're doing a podcast and just have like, something to look at.
Yeah,
That's
just
true.
chilling, right?
Casual.
Chilling.
It was funny because last night I was just trying to fly past my apartment, like in Toronto.
Yeah.
But then I kept crashing because I was like going way too fast. But that's why I was like, oh man, I need a joystick. It'd be so much
What
easier.
kind of
Yeah.
plane were you in? Like those mini ones?
Cessna?
Oh, like the jet
Yeah.
one, or
It-
the
No,
Those
it's
are the-
propeller.
propeller. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, it's propeller.
You should fly
But,
a
like-
787 to your condo.
But like I literally like just started it last night because man, it's a huge game. It's like 118 gigs
So
or
I stopped
something.
downloading it, and I was like, I'll wait till the new PC.
Yeah. I was even contemplating waiting for my router so I can get it downloaded because that goes even faster. But
Yeah.
Oh, even
All these
faster.
places that I wanted.
This guy, eh, Greg? Even faster.
Well, look at it.
No.
Actually, if you ever go on a vacation, it's like to go on like those plane tours and stuff. It's like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Just spend it all on like
Yeah.
a flight simulator. and
Just
then
buy.
you can still go to those places, right? But like, just you don't have to pay for like the. And then with VR too.
Yeah.
Wait, I mean, if you want a cheaper alternative to VR, there's something called Track IR that a lot of the people that play these games use.
What's
And it's
that?
just like you remember like the Wii Fit sensors where like the game console sensors or like tracks. It just tracks where you're looking basically without a headset on.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like this little stick that goes on top of your monitor and it can tell if you're looking right or looking left and like.
Interesting.
But the problem with that is like your monitor doesn't move, so you
Yeah.
still. It only helps so much.
Oh, okay. Hold on, let me get it on here.
Or maybe you wear it. I don't actually have it, but I like all those people that play those games talk about it.
But dude, look at that. Sorry, just before I switch this. Look at that.
Is
That
it-
looks so good.
Yeah. You know, you can put on autopilot and switch to like the passenger view and just stare out a window. While, like
Dang.
Oh, I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna definitely
Yeah.
do that. But yeah, this is cool.
it's only
The
on the
track
figures.
IR.
yeah, like
What
see,
game
like
is that?
yeah, like that's Star Citizen.
Is it? Oh man,
Yeah.
that looks sick.
Yeah. Elite Dangerous is pretty much the same.
So is oh man, we're gonna go down another rabbit hole. But like yeah,
I
is
think
Star
you're the one-
is
Oh.
Star Citizen still a thing?
Yeah. But if you wanted to play something like that, I would try Elite Dangerous first because it's more fleshed out. Like it's a little bit less arcade. Like I think I don't know, like this has the FPS element too,
Mhm.
which Elite Dangerous that's their next major update for next year. They're gonna add like walking around and shooting and stuff,
Ooh.
going around ships. But the fact that they left that until now means that they've spent more time working on the other stuff, whereas Star
Mm.
Citizen has been doing all of that at the same time, right?
Mhm.
And leeching everyone the hundreds of millions of dollars. That's why like I've only played a little bit of Star Citizen, and it will probably be just as good, if not better, than Elite Dangerous when if it's done. But I
Mhm.
think currently, I think Elite Dangerous is better, runs better,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I gotta look
if
up
you like
the stuff.
the idea, it's cool. It's like because Elite Dangerous look up the Elite Dangerous map.
Elite Dangerous map.
Star Citizen only has 100 systems or something like that. Galaxy map, maybe.
Star map? System map?
Yeah. Here.
When's the second one coming out?
What second one?
Elite
Elite
Dangerous?
Dangerous? It's not even out yet. Or, I mean, what do you mean? It's not even finished.
Yeah, like when.
So
when-
beta?
So there's no. Oh, like. But when you say second one, you just mean like.
DLC, I guess.
Yeah, like
Odyssey.
so yeah. So the way it works is like every year or two, when there's a major update, they charge for the new update, but then the old stuff basically becomes included in the base game.
It's an
So
expansion pack. Got it.
yeah, but they keep adding the old expansions to the core game. So like the stuff from the first 2 seasons are now covered in the base game, and like you just have to pay for the newest content.
Check it.
Um,
Like Destiny 2, right?
yeah, kind of, yeah. So like if you want to wait for like, if you don't want to pay for the FPS element, which will be a DLC, that'll be like a year after it comes out. But then they don't do wipes and stuff, so like your progress
all
just
your stuff.
carries over with each update, which is cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good, right? Like you don't want to start
Yeah.
all over again.
Yeah. But yeah, you can see like it's a recreation of the Milky Way galaxy.
Jeez, that's
That's
crazy.
legit.
Actually,
maybe
here
I'll get
I have a
that.
picture here. I have a picture.
I'll get this and then that joystick you guys were looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just gotta double check. Yeah, Greg, just double check if I'm pretty sure I gave it back to you because I was trying to clean it up at one point and be like, yeah, I'm definitely not gonna use this.
The one you should have is the cyborg one. If you don't remember what it looks like, just look up cyborg joystick.
Okay.
Because I just moved it. I don't remember seeing it.
If you think about this, like I don't even need a vaccine.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna put a picture in the Discord.
Like maybe we don't need lockdown to end, Greg.
Yeah, see? VR, get the haptic vest thing. All right, so see those pictures like you see from like the Hubble Space Telescope and stuff?
Uh-huh.
Those are each systems.
Oh,
And each of those systems has
man.
planets in them and multiple stars.
That's crazy.
And you can travel in between them and land on them and drive around the planets. And
That's
some of those
Elite
planets have
Dangerous?
multiple moons. Yeah.
Wow. Have you
Like, what was it?
Oh no, I was gonna ask if you played this in a while.
Not in a while, but it's the game I've played. Like my most played games are this, Arma, soon to be DayZ, and then Warships and Overwatch, but that's more casual friendly.
Oh man.
But yeah, this game, like, you know, you can go across the galaxy and it'll take you literally weeks to do because it uses like kind of real world-ish physics when you're in
Oh wow.
certain parts of the map. Like when you're
Jeez.
traveling between from system to system or jumping across like 80 light years or whatever, 20 light years, it skips across it. But
It
like
takes a while.
when you go and travel within the system, it
Mm.
uses lights like some type of light speed.
Mm.
And then when you land on planets, it uses, when you're like in regular atmosphere and stuff, it uses like real speeds.
That's crazy.
Why don't you just engage the warp core, man?
Engage faster than
that's
light.
what I mean. Like when you can use the warp core to jump across systems and stuff. Like get that light year jump range to like 100 light years plus.
Yeah.
Nice.
Come on, Captain Kirk.
Yeah. And you can find all that stuff on planets to like boost your warp drives. Like there's like special elements and stuff you can mine on planets to boost it in case you get stuck.
Nice.
So like you can upgrade your ship and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And your lasers and all that.
Lasers.
It's nice because like you don't need there's different types of lasers. There's like auto turret ones that just like when you lock onto a thing and engage them, they just like shoot automatically without you having to like point your ship at it, really.
Nice.
So you can have like a giant ship with like, or a couple giant ships with all turrets around them. Oh, here's my favorite part about the game: deployable fighters that you can actually pilot. So
Oh, crazy.
yeah, so like I can be in the mothership and then you two go out in the, well, like it's not really that a mothership, but like in the big ship, or like what you do is you leave the big ship there with all the turrets on, and then you take the fighters out, and then lure stuff to the turrets, and then, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I want a game.
Yeah, I know.
I want this game.
Elite Dangerous
Well,
is cheap too. It was like $15 for a while.
Yeah,
well, getting it tonight. and then looking for
Yeah,
this
yeah.
joystick.
Yeah.
What's it called? Kendra, do you need to go? Right?
Warthog.
Oh yeah,
Warthog.
true.
I don't need to go. I'll go to 5:30.
5:30. Okay.
Yeah, 5:30. I'll be better for
Okay, so we're all gonna go on Elite Dangerous now. So
Yeah. Like they
It's
want to
40
make
bucks.
like populated planets and stuff. So I guess the goal would be like from the opposite of Microsoft Flight Sim. I guess Microsoft Flight Sim is like the micro,
yeah,
and
I
then
mean,
Elite Dangerous is the macro. But they
well,
want to do micro too.
yeah, like I think for me, cause I'm like, I guess this is what people feel like when they go into like a subject that I like know a lot about, cause
Yeah.
I want to get into like flight sims and like space sims too, but I'm like, between Elite Dangerous and oh man, Star Citizen,
Oh yeah, yeah.
like which even just those two, like Elite Dangerous and Star Citizen, it's like I know there's like huge worlds in those already, and I'm like, do I feel like I have to invest in one
Um,
of them.
Yeah.
yeah,
You
kind
know what I
of.
mean?
Kind of.
So
Uh,
it's like, which one do I pick?
the nice thing with Elite Dangerous is because there's no FPS element yet, you
Uh-huh.
don't have to worry about needing your keyboard and like switching between
Ah,
like the joystick and the keyboard yet,
right, right,
which is nice. But like so like Elite with Star Citizen you will.
right.
Um,
But even like Star Citizen and like Elite Dangerous, like is Elite Dangerous pretty stable? Cause I
oh,
don't
it's
know.
way
I've seen.
stable. It's way more stable than
Yeah.
I'll give you an example because like they did a free weekend years ago with Star Citizen while I was already playing Elite Dangerous,
Mm-hmm.
and I got my ship in Star Citizen. I I was starting to fly it like just out of the station, and then somehow it glitched, and I was outside of my. It kicked me off outside of the spaceship,
Whoa.
and because like you're just kind of like floating there, had like no way to get back in it, and then I just closed the game.
Oh
Never
wow.
functioned again. And I was like, yeah, Elite Dangerous that doesn't happen because you're like anchored, like you're glued to the cockpit, or like you're glued to your rover
That's
for
cool.
now. So
So is
yeah.
it what's the goal of Elite Dangerous? Because I know Star Citizen, their whole goal is like a full-on multi-planetary galaxy traveling like sim that you can get in and
Same.
out, like everything.
Yeah.
And Elite Dangerous is the same?
Same, but they are doing it like more how do you like compartmentalized? Like they like I
Right.
said, like they weren't working on the FPS element for like the first few years. Whereas like
Right.
Star Citizen was trying to do that and the physics and the ships and the planets and
Oh, they
atmospheres
were just doing
and all this.
everything.
Whereas like Elite Dangerous doesn't even have atmosphered planets yet. Yet. That's
Ah.
gonna be with the next update.
So they're like
Um,
trying to take it nice and slow.
Yeah, so like when they did the ship combat, when they it was all done like until that was done, until they nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they they didn't have like they didn't even have the rovers initially. Like that wasn't even launched with the game. That was like the first you couldn't even like the first season you couldn't even land on planets. You could just
Mm.
fly around ships and like shoot ships and go to space stations. Now you can land on planets.
Okay. So
Drive
wait,
around on rovers, use deployable like fighters and stuff.
yeah, so like what's the extent that you can do on Elite Dangerous now?
Uh, everything I just said with like rovers, everything pretty much except for the FPS element, actually.
Okay. So when you switch, so like when you go from like the rover to your ship, you just kind of like pop into
It's
the
automatic. Yeah, it
yeah.
just loads you like getting into it and it deploying you from the
Okay.
rover.
So
Same
you
with
don't
like
like
the fighters.
walk
You
like in Star
will
Citizen.
eventually. That's yeah, that's their next thing is they're gonna add like when they add the FPS element, they're gonna make
Uh-huh.
it also so you can walk around your ship and stuff.
See,
Because they'll have
so
the
this is
walking period.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Like
'Cause, like
I
that's what Star Citizen has, but like that's the part that they've always had issues with when I tried it was the walking around on moving ships.
yeah. Like that's sort of interesting to me as like a 3D artist to like understand the different approaches of like producing a game. Also, I've never worked in a gaming studio, so I don't know how involved that gets, but like that's interesting to me, like how Elite Dangerous is approaching the same kind of idea that
The
Star
same
Citizen is
game.
doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's super interesting because you
Yeah.
can see how they execute it differently, and the
Yeah.
result of it, right? I'm
Yeah.
also, come on, let's be honest. If you're gonna go spend $500 on a joystick, you're gonna own both games. Let's start with Elite Dangerous first, in my opinion.
Wait, so is it one-time purchase or is it like subscription?
It's one-time purchase until they start launching like the DLC for like FPS stuff. So like it's
Okay.
one-time purchase for everything before the point where you buy the game, pretty much.
I see. And then Star Citizen?
Uh, uh, one-time purchase, I think. But all this cool ships you have to pay extra for, like real life money for.
Ah, okay.
I
Okay.
believe, unless they've changed that.
Mm.
Okay, here's one thing: the ships kind of do look cooler in Star Citizen, for the most part. Like
That is something that I
look at
saw.
that. Yeah, yeah. Like Elite Dangerous has some pretty cool ships, and like they have some functions that like I don't think Star Citizen has on those ships. But like I think Elite Dangerous designed them more for like to be more realistic and functional, and then
Mm-hmm.
Star Citizen went more on this sci-fi like not so much sci-fi but like alien looking crafts too. Although
Right.
Elite Dangerous has aliens too. That's one thing. Like the first 2 years, they were like, "Oh yeah, alien ships are in the game. They're just somewhere in the galaxy that players haven't been to yet because it's so big
Ah.
that it took players like over a year to ever even make first contact, which is
Right.
awesome. Like people were looking for them, but like that screenshot I put of the map. Imagine that times like 1,000 or at least 1,000.
Oh my God.
Like you can
That's
scroll up, you can
bananas.
move on every axis on that map.
That's crazy.
So if you want to do dogfighting, you can dogfighting. If you want, you're bored. If you want to just do like, what I used to do is like, I'll just uh do some long hauling like for money and stuff, and just
Mm.
listen to podcasts or something, or like watch a movie.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where like you can do that, or you can do a lot of stuff while you're playing it.
Nice.
But
Yeah, like
yeah.
it boggles. It does boggle my mind though that Star Citizen looks this good.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty crazy. So how much are these games?
Yeah, I know. Seriously, how much do I need to invest for this?
So you're saying that I basically can take the video card money and put it into this?
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna put a video for you to watch.
Do it.
Make sure you watch it with lots of volume.
Okay.
Really high volume.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Capital class signature detected.
Is this an alien ship?
Glitches online.
It's the Klingons.
I love that.
Shields up, red alert.
Yeah.
Ken just getting into it.
Yeah. Like, so the other thing is like this. They have this on Xbox and PS5, so like you can technically play with the controller, and it's designed to be played on both, I guess.
Nice. This is Elite Dangerous?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the thing too, though.
That's why I want VR. Like all those things you can look at on the side and stuff, you would just look. You just turn your head to the left.
Yeah.
Look at those panels.
Oh, so you can play this with VR?
Yeah, yeah. This is like one of the best games to play on VR, I think.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh man.
Like this is why I want VR. Literally, like, what, like, when I start streaming again, and I have VR, it's just gonna be this and Daisy for my FPS.
Oh man.
And the lasers and everything. It's so
Oh, looks like I'm gonna be working in VFX for a long time
good.
Right.
to pay for
And
my
just wait till they
expensive
have like
space
breaching
sim hobby.
parties, right? Like you have little transports, you can like board those ships with breaching parties and like take out the crew. It's gonna be so good.
Oh man.
Like, cause they no, okay, so like games have stuff like this, right? Like there's probably like Star Wars games, but it's never, it's all part of a story mode, right? And it's all single player, and it's
Yeah.
not like on the same scale, and like this is just on a whole other level. These games,
Oh man.
and you're gonna like if more and more people play the game, or once it gets to that point where like it has everything in it, and more people end up picking it up,
Yeah.
the bubble of like inhabited space will kind of grow too, even though it's like massive. But like you'll end up having like, so I know like Eve Online.
Mm.
I have some friends that used to play like hard, like 10. The guy had 10 plus accounts. Type of thing.
Jeez.
But like, where like, oh, your clan or your organization or whatever, you control that sector of space, and you have alliances with these other corporations, they control that sector, and then you have war. Like it simulates. They even have a whole political factions in this too.
Yep. Yeah.
Where it's like
Oh,
AI
in
done,
Elite
and you can
Dangerous?
join them. Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow.
And it's such a sandbox that like there's not really a story.
Mm.
And like there's like small stuff, but like it's mostly all player generated, community generated.
That's cool.
Like there's people called the fuel rats. If you ever run out of fuel in the middle of space, and
They'll come get you.
they'll come fill you up.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh man. See
I
the thing
had to
too.
actually call them once.
Oh nice. Yeah, like that's the other thing too, is like I've actually, like, me and my brothers have been into this stuff for a long time. Do you remember Descent?
Yeah. I love that
Yes.
growing
Oh
up. That was like
man.
like introduction.
Do you know what
of it.
Do you know what that is, Kendrew?
No.
No? Okay. Let me show
Yeah.
you.
So like Elite Dangerous, from back in the day. This is like like Elite Dangerous was like from the 80s. Like it was on like fuck, what was that system? Like Elite Dangerous,
Oops.
I didn't know about it until like this one came out, but like the original is older than Descent even.
Really?
Yeah, actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 1984
Wow.
was the first one.
Check it out, Kendrew. This is
It's like
Descent.
Doom-like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This
It
was
like
a
it was around the same time.
yeah, it's like Space Doom kind of thing. But it was like
I was playing Wolfenstein when this was out too.
yeah.
Fun.
But yeah, this is so fun, and like you use your keyboard, so you use the numpad, and then I think you use WASD or the directional
Oh,
stuff
that
too.
arrow. Yeah, back when yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and like if you got really good at it, you could freaking navigate like crazy, like really around corners and stuff. And me and my brothers were so into this, but like this is before we even used joysticks, and like it was so good.
Yeah.
So like I remember
Oh,
this.
We used to play Continuum, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Continuum.
Subspace.
Yeah, Subspace. It was like this. but
Subspace.
I was
Yeah, look
legit.
at
I was legit.
You were
on
like
Subspace.
hardcore. Didn't you do like
Yeah.
tournaments and shit?
Yeah. I
What?
did.
What?
Look at
Yeah.
look up Subspace. It's pretty cool. It's like a
It was.
top-down version of
That was
that.
fun.
Yeah,
Nostalgia,
Nice.
man.
that too, yeah.
Nostalgia.
Oh man.
Nostalgia.
This game was so fun.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't even.
Childhood.
It feels like a long time ago, but yeah.
Wow.
So this is old school millennials right millennials
Yeah,
right here. Like this is how far. See, that's what's kind of interesting about our generation, is like we
Experienced all of it.
yeah, like we grew up with like literally with the internet, where it's like
And without it, a little bit.
yeah, a little bit without it, and then suddenly it went from like 56K modem phones to like smartphones to like
Yeah, this was back when there was 56
Yeah.
phones and stuff.
yeah, we went from this to friggin' to like this.
Oh, here, look up Elite Danger, Elite 1984, and you can see the difference. And it's the same guy is in charge. Like the creator who made the original is making this one too. It's not like
That's
they sold
so
the IP or
crazy.
something, which makes it that much better.
I just pasted a link. I saw this on Reddit, and it just tells you like the generational gaps, or not
Oh,
gaps,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like stages. So like for
Mhm.
us, we're like the last to grow up offline, and that's why
Yeah.
we see like
Well,
we get to see both
we're
sides.
the
of
younger
everything.
millennials, though.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Yeah.
kind of in the middle.
We're like kind of in the middle. Yeah.
We see, it's kind of hard to say because like we were never. By the time we were like adults and in college and stuff, like it had already been a thing. Like that's when it really picked up. So like we weren't adults when there was no internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas like Sunny, your brothers were like in high school when no one had phones.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And then suddenly when we were in high school a couple of years later, everyone had phones, even like
Yeah.
shitty phones. Yeah, it's interesting.
I just like wow, like so weird for us to like. It's like this to this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
From-
what?
Down to inside
like-
the
Bam.
cockpit.
Bam.
So imagine the point where like you have your own fleet carriers or capital ships, and then like everyone just keeps their ships there, and then you have fighters in it. So like
oh man. Oh.
they added multi-crew in one of the seasons, so like you can have someone else in the ship shooting the
Oh, man.
turrets, and I don't know if they let you do both. You can have someone shooting the turrets and or someone flying in the drone fighters. The drone fighters, they've even thought about it like the mechanics of it. So like you don't technically go into the drone. Your ship holds them and like
Mhm.
basically prints them. They're like disassembled and like assembles them.
Ah,
So you can have like
yeah.
8 of them and you deploy like 1 or 2 at a time, but you're just printing them and assembling them on the ship.
Yeah.
So it's like the Federal Reserve of.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Exactly. Eh.
Oh man. Yep. Guess this is what I'm looking up tonight.
Well, it's like
Actually,
because
yeah.
like No Man's Sky just like looks way better and like more realistic, like
Yeah,
less
do you have-
arcadey.
You have
Yeah.
some tips for No Man's Sky, man? Like I don't want to.
Oh, do I
I don't
have
want to
tips?
gather stuff.
Yeah,
I
I
just
think we
wanna,
have to
like,
do a
chill.
whole 2-hour episode on No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe next time.
No, there's very basic. I can give you like the 10-minute very basic version, which is kind of like it gets to all it hits all the points in the game, which can be kind of boring.
Yeah.
But it gets you to the point where you kind of reach the end
Yeah,
of the
just-
game.
Do stuff. Have fun. Because
If
right
you wanna-
now, just like gather this. I don't want to gather stuff.
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? There's a balance in the game of like you have to have a certain amount of stuff to like quote unquote have fun without worrying about like dying of oxygen or whatever, like
Yeah,
lack
yeah.
of oxygen or resources. And then there's a point where it's like you can just like I went to the point where I just had so so much money from farming that like I kind of didn't see the purpose anymore. But then they restarted the game and now you can build freaking cities now. So I
That's
kind of want to play it now again cuz like it would be cool to like if we all link up and we can like build a city together. But
Yeah.
but I do there is a certain part of me that really loves like high res like huge battleships and stuff like this.
Yeah,
like
huge
this is so
Yeah, look at that.
sick.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Imagine flying around that thing in a dogfight and stuff, like with the small little fighters.
So good.
With like 100 other people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or is it like that? I don't know if it's like that.
It's 32 max per
Oh,
instance.
32.
Yeah,
but
I think
they're-
they'll upgrade it too, but
Yeah, of course.
and then there's AI ships on top of that too, so it's not technically it's 32 players and then more AI.
Nice. Don't worry. Once everybody gets faster internet, we can get through this.
All right, so
Totally.
shopping list. Uh,
Joystick,
Joystick.
haptic,
VR.
yeah, VR, and
Yep.
a haptic vest.
Yep.
Which one was?
So I can rub your shoulders.
Yeah.
Which one was it? Was it HTC Vive?
Yeah. No, that's like the expensive one.
Is that
Yeah.
the one you were looking at though?
Yeah.
Because I don't want Oculus either.
Like there might be other options, but Vive was.
Steam has one, right? Or Valve?
Oh yeah,
Valve has
yeah.
The Index is the
True.
best one, but it's so expensive. It's like,
one. Is it?
Oh,
Damn.
yeah, I mean, just the headset I think is 600 Canadian, but
Oh,
let's
not
see.
even, bro. Oh wait, it is. Yeah. 659.
Yeah, so the headset's 660, and then with the controllers it's 1,000, and then with the additional boxes that I think also increase your accuracy, that's $1,300.
crazy. Much
That's
the new gaming
before
PC.
tax. Yeah, man, that's a lot. So
Sonny, figure out a get rich quick scheme.
well, I was
Vive's
just looking
almost
at
half that.
well, I was just looking at there's a new headset that came out like literally, or is coming out, cuz I guess it's for pre-order. But it's called the HP Reverb, and it's supposed to be a competitor to the Index, but it doesn't look like it's that much cheaper. Yeah, cuz if the headset, because I don't know if this includes the price of the controllers. This is US. Does it come with controllers? It doesn't look like it. Wait, hold on. Looking for.
Jeez, the Vive with controllers like $1,500.
Yeah,
The newest one.
Oh man.
What is this? Should I go all in on dodgy coins?
I don't know anything about crypto, so don't ask me. But yeah, I can't believe this stuff's still that expensive. I guess that's why like Facebook is really trying to like get you, because they're like, it's cheaper. You just gotta sell us your soul.
Oh,
But,
like HP. Oh, like Hewlett Packard. Wow. that's
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, HP makes like interesting stuff sometimes, because all that printer money.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
printer ink.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I still have to do more research on this stuff, because yeah, my brother knows more about this stuff. He actually developed stuff for this, but yeah, this is just, it's like a whole nother rabbit hole of just
What is it? There's a face
tech.
mask. This one's
There's a-
COVID safe. Scroll down. It says face mask.
But yeah, so we could do a whole other episode on VR and like space sim setups. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Or even
Oh,
like stream gameplay of that once we all have it.
yo, that would be so sick. I'm totally down for that. Cause I mean, the other thing too is like when we do space sims, like Greg was saying, right? Like if we're traveling from one place to another, we have like some time to talk about random stuff.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
we could do a podcast while we're just like going on an expedition, like
Yeah, that'd be so sick. It'd be like a space sim podcast.
or like while you're just driving around the surface of a planet, we'll just pick a small moon and try to like go around it or something.
Yeah. It's
Like,
so funny.
let's all meet at X235760.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, let's do it.
Some of the small
Nice.
planets, they actually rotate so fast that you can like see it. Like you just sit there and like
Whoa.
watch it like go around the moon and like or the sun in real time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really good. Like going to a planet that's like really close to a star is crazy because it like takes up like a third of your entire like sky is just
Have
the
you-
moon, the sun.
Have you seen
Wow.
a planet explode or anything, or a star explode?
No, not yet. You see some that are like really close to each other. but because the game's like supposed to be realistic, like that, it takes like so long for those stars to.
Oh yeah, to go supernova.
Like I think they will add it. I think they will actually have that in the game. So you can,
Yeah.
there's black holes. Like you can see what a black hole looks like in Pretty
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Mm.
No, I don't want.
But I think they will add those things. Like they're gonna, the guy. So I remember this a long time ago, like years when the game first came out. The creator, God.
Yeah.
He was talking about like a situation like where he want to get the game to where it's like they like where they can have big game hunting on planets
Oh
to
wow.
like find where like then you have to like like bounties for big game animals on
Wow.
like weird alien planets like
That's
type of-
crazy.
so like you can see like a lot of elements that are in No Man's Sky, but in a game like this it's just gonna be so good.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
so
without
interesting.
The artistic style, right? Like this
Yeah.
one's more realistic.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
And it's taking them they're spending so much time on making this game. Like this game probably started around the same time as No Man's Sky.
It's like,
But this game also has a legacy too. Like it's like a 30-year-old, almost 40-year-old game. It's a franchise.
like that other one you mentioned, Eve. Like the
Yeah,
starship battles are crazy in that one.
Yeah. That's Eve is more like MMO. So like those space stations that you saw that come out of, you
Mhm.
can buy stuff. You can buy one in the game and put it. You know, you can put it 20,000 light years from the starting point if you want,
Oh wow.
and then have like all your friends. Like those are mobile stations. So like if you play with like a group, you could have your own in like a certain part of space.
Mm.
Man, lone wolf. I'm a Jim Raynor.
Well, yeah, so like that, it'll feel like that for sure, because like you can play in open mode, you can play in private, where like all your progress carries on with you to whatever server you play on.
Mhm.
So like you can play on open with anyone, you can play solo, you can make your own group with friends. It's like there'll be AI and stuff, but no one can. It'll just be you guys. Like you make it a co-op game. And
That's
then
so
you can
cool.
take that ship and go try it on PvP or whatever if you want.
So you know, like utopian world would be like we don't have to work and we can just play space sims.
It'd be like Second Life, but like in a
Yeah.
game like this.
I hope life goes in that direction with automation and stuff.
Yeah. So like Odyssey is the next major update that'll.
Is that the FPS one?
Yeah.
And then you have to pay for
They
that one.
haven't shown much. Yeah.
Hmm.
I
Actually,
assume so.
I read today. Do you guys know about GPT-3?
What's that?
GPT-3, is that what it's called? Yeah, GPT. So that's like the AI thing, and like supposedly you can code as well now.
Oh,
So it's like all
Oh,
the
no.
beginner coders, those guys are gone too now. So it's not like
Yeah.
you know how like the whole spiel from Andrew Yang was like truckers learning code to like
Yeah.
get back to the society, but now it's like this AI can now code itself.
Good luck with that.
So it's like, what the
Oh,
hell
shit.
are we all gonna do, man? We're all gonna like, it's either
Well-
like slaves or utopian technology world.
Well, this is, I mean, this is a whole nother conversation, but like, yeah, this is why
Crazy.
capitalism is not in tune with resources and technology, because it just goes way faster to the point where the medium of cash is too slow to compensate for huge technological shift and
Yeah.
resource shifts.
Mhm.
And
Like,
proper
it's-
management of those things, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's just
Like, it's
too
crazy,
delayed.
Like, yeah. Like I just originally thought it was like, okay, they can write news articles now and stuff, but it's like, man, they can code now.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, just
oh
wait till
shit.
it's like mainstream for games and stuff, where like the first couple years of development, they'll be able to shave off a bunch of time, or just like yeah, it'll just be interesting how it works with gaming.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the thing where it's like Star Trek, I think, is the future, where it's like
Yeah,
Hope
it's
so,
just
man.
better if we
Hope
don't
so.
have cash, where it's just like, to react to certain things, like I guess on a more minute level is like look at how fast China just builds hospitals in a pandemic, right? Like the US can never do that with capitalism. Never.
Yeah.
There'd just be too many people arguing about certain things. If you have a system, not to say that the Chinese system is government system is better in like most ways, but like in specific ways, like reacting to societal problems, immediate emergencies, it's like clearly they can react faster.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it
Pros
makes
and cons of each thing, right?
yeah, pros and cons for sure. And the question, right, is like how do you get those systems to react without totalitarian authoritarianism, like
Yeah.
having proper people. And I think part of that is like having a really good democracy and people in power in government that are educated and like have scientific backgrounds and like experts in actually listening to science and not just like a guy who was on a reality TV show. Not talking about anybody in specific
But
at all.
No
See,
references to
Yeah,
reality.
no reference to reality.
To get past there, you have to be living in a society that actually values those things.
Yeah, the culture is it
And
yeah
yeah,
is
like, and I
is
think
also another
it's
thing.
only specific. Like, there's only really a couple countries in like Asia and Europe that even do that.
Sure, yeah,
And then
yeah.
like
Yeah, yeah.
Northern Europe, and then just a couple in Asia, like nothing else.
Yeah. Well, screw all that. I just want to play freaking Space Sims all day now.
Swear, yeah.
Did you guys see Ronnie Chang's special on Netflix?
No.
No.
Oh,
Is
it's
there
so
a new
good. No, it's the old one. But he
Oh,
was
okay.
telling the Amazon one where he's like, because I'm like, I want a joystick, but I want it right now. Like if I order it online, I want it right now. I want to click the button and then it's in my hand.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And
Such
trust me,
like
Amazon wants that too.
oh, I know. But that's what he talks about. It's like it's so funny because we complain about like 2-day shipping, but it's
Yeah.
like people want it like same day shipping.
Yeah,
Like
they're like, if you order by 3 o'clock, it'll be there tomorrow, and it's like, fuck, really? Tomorrow I have to
yeah,
wait?
I know. I'm pissed that like my router came like 2 weeks late, and I'm like, what the hell? I want my router now.
Oh,
Actually,
you can see the map there actually if you go back.
hey, hear me out. So Neuralink.
Oh,
I think we
shit.
talked about this last time too.
Yeah.
Where it's like all we just need is just haptic feeling, like that tactile nature, and then we don't
Yeah.
even need to like produce products anymore.
Yeah.
Or that's where like Neuralink and all that stuff comes
Yeah,
in, right?
Neuralink,
Because like
yeah.
it's just
Well,
a shortcut.
How crazy would
Well,
that be, eh? Like we
it would be
completely eliminate that.
Like
I mean,
imagine eating the most tasteless thing, but your
Yeah.
brain thinks it's like steak or like
Like you're
sushi
eating
or, like-
cardboard.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, that's like a dystopian thing because like you're gonna need real nutrients, like
No,
real.
sign
No,
me
no,
up.
they would be in the no, the nutrients would be in it. Like that's what I'm. Well, not cardboard, literally. Well, I mean, also it could be literally cardboard. They could just put nutrients.
It's like the Snowpiercer thing. The bug
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But then like
Oh
it
my
tastes
God.
like spaghetti or like lasagna.
Yeah, imagine we could imagine it like somehow like we make a product out of like bugs that
Yeah.
when
Sign me
you
up,
eat
man.
it, you'd be getting all the nutrients. You'd be thinking it tastes like your favorite food.
Oh,
You could
man.
taste like pizza in your brain.
Yeah.
Smells like pizza.
So the Matrix basically, like you don't know what's going on. It's just happening,
It-
but you think everything's fine.
Give me the Matrix.
I mean, you would
Yeah.
know. Like it's not like it's like you put that chip in your head.
Oh
like
man.
you're conscious that you aren't eating those things, but it's like if you know it's still good for you, then why not?
Like since we're in a simulation already, I just want it to be a better simulation, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like if we're already in a simulation, Can't they just program some more zeros in my bank account?
Well, wait till Elite Dangerous is like properly finished, then we can play the simulation within the simulation.
Yeah. Like,
Oh,
just
that's
make the
basically what we're
simulation.
doing.
Yeah, true.
Like the only thing that hasn't been thought of as close as it gets to like to Star Trek is replicators, right?
Yeah,
Replicate.
exactly.
And holodecks, I guess.
Actually, no,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, holodecks. Because I
Well-
think replicators you could do because they've been able to teleport particles, so that's basically a replicator and a teleporter. But like holograms, not to get super Trekkie on you guys, but holograms is like a temporary, synthesizer or like a teleporter, because it's beaming in particles like temporarily,
Yeah,
so that you
and
can
then-
for that fraction of a second you can feel and see that it's real.
Yeah.
But that's
Turning
why when they
them- Yeah,
Hmm?
sorry. Turning them
No,
into
that's why-
solids, right? Turning them
yeah
into
yeah but that's why when you leave the holodeck you can see characters that are like holograms will like be there for a second and then they'll start to deteriorate, because those particles are actually there but then they deteriorate. So it's like I think the only to fulfill your dream is like you could have people have like replicators in their homes, and then like I think that's like the nicer part where it's like full automation, right? Where that's why I see like Star Trek is possible, because if everybody had a replicator, like why would you go to the store?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you could ask the replicator for anything, a coffee, a meal, like a donut,
Like think of a 3D
Thanksgiving
printer
dinner.
as, like something the size of a 3D printer would just print whatever you want.
Yeah, like
Like-
instantly.
Yeah.
But even then, I think the transition to that is even more crazy, because then, grocery stores are gonna have the replicators first because they're not gonna wanna let you have it. Plus, it's gonna be super expensive. So now so in a few years, you're gonna walk to a grocery store, and then you're just gonna ask for whatever the fuck you want,
Yeah,
and then walk home.
and there won't be shelves. There won't be store shelves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the only store warehouse part is that in the back they have every particle and molecule possible stocked
Yeah.
to make whatever you want, which is just crazy. And then at that point it's just going to be a matter of time until that gets miniaturized into a box,
Yeah, exactly.
into a microwave where you can just ask the microwave for whatever.
Like think about like for 3D printers where like they used to be, tens of thousands of dollars. Now Jules has one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if
Well,
Jules can
anyone
have
can
one,
have
anyone can.
But yeah, for like the holodeck, like I get it's a lot harder to do what the holodeck is in Star Trek, but like again, like with the something kind of like Neuralink, like
Yeah, make you
don't
think it's
really
there,
need
right?
one. Or yeah, or like that combined with
AR.
some type of AR or VR goggle headset.
yeah.
It would just your senses would be controlled by the Neuralink kind of.
Yeah, which is why I think the theme parks. See, it all goes to like the bigger companies, right? Because in capitalism, they're the only ones who can afford this technology. But yeah, like theme parks are
They also
already.
can't afford it without government funding, so technically.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like the theme parks are already building, like amusement, sort of like what is it? What am I trying to say?
AR, augmented
Yeah,
reality.
they're trying to build like VR AR attractions, so that they have in real space like boxes that are real, that you can touch, that are set up in 3D to line up, so that maybe that box in real life is wood, it's a wood box, but then in VR it's like an alien console or whatever. So like that's pretty crazy, where it's like it's gonna be like that for a while.
Like I
which
could
could
see
be
us getting to a
interesting.
point where like you just wear a thing that's like kind of like glasses,
Mm-hmm.
but like to cut like VR gets to that point, and that's pretty much it. That and like a Neuralink, and pretty much be as good as a holodeck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this can be crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go look up all this stuff and order
You're
same day
upgrade your
shipping.
setup. Yeah.
And yell at the notification box for not
Yeah,
not
I'm
being
gonna
at your door.
constantly refresh that Canada Post tracking number. Oh man, I was so happy when it actually gave me a real, like, information saying that my router shipped. I was like, yes!
Yeah.
Finally, I can get my full gigabit speed to my computer.
I'm still waiting for my PC to show that.
Is
Well,
it still like just loading or like
Yeah, it's not
building?
assembled yet. They show on the site. They show like all the stages for like assembly, the checks, the control checks, and it's still at like warehouse.
oh
Still,
man.
yeah.
Well, at least you'll get a new graphics card.
Yeah,
New-
yeah,
new
and it'll all
gen.
come at once, so that'll be exciting.
Sick. Alrighty.
So, any sports tonight, Kendra?
Yeah, what's going on in sports, Kendra?
Football's gonna start soon, so happy for that.
Really? Football?
Basketball.
Oh, basketball.
NBA.
Sorry. NBA.
Preseason starts
Nibba.
December 11th. So
Are they still in like a bubble?
I don't think they're doing bubble. They're doing just no fans in the arena, I think. But they're looking into it. Like Toronto, like cause Trudeau's not letting the Raptors play here, so they're playing in Tampa.
Uh,
So they're called the Tampa Bay Raptors now.
Nice.